Representatives who are here, who will not only be here to share information with you, but they are also here to offer opportunities for our students as well. Through our partnership with the University of North Carolina General Administration and the College Access Challenge Program, we've been able to offer this conference to you at no cost, as well as we've been able to extend and expand our efforts in working to improve the retention and graduation rates of minority males. So we'd like to just take a moment to acknowledge our UNC General Administration participants that are here today, as well as any of our other partners from the College Access Challenge Grant. So if you can please stand just a moment to be recognized. Currently, we have more than 40 programs on North Carolina Community College campuses that are working with our students to improve minority male success in education. I want to take just a moment to commend our community colleges, our program coordinators, and in addition to that, I'd just like to take a moment to commend all of the additional organizations and community programs that are available working with our students as well. We greatly appreciate it and hope that this will be greatly beneficial to our success rate within the community college system. Last but not least, I want to thank all of our participants for making this conference a great success. Without you here today, we know that it would not be what it's going to be. We want to especially thank our distinguished students, keynote speakers, sponsors, presenters, moderators, and all of our volunteers that you will come across today. Please take a moment to say thank you or just say hello to them as you meet and greet them throughout the day. Again, I hope this conference will provide a great, meaningful opportunity that you'll receive some informative, great chances to take the training back to those individuals on your campuses, in your organizations as well. In addition, we want you to take some time to relax, network, and enjoy the conference. Thank you again for your commitment to education, and I look forward to meeting each of you.
I think sometimes in a gathering like this, the introduction of the keynote speaker is probably the most challenging thing to do. And that is because sometimes you have so much information, or you've known or read so much about the individual that you don't want to be redundant. The other thing is you want to hurry up and get out of the way so they can bring their message to the audience. So, Senator, I hope you don't mind, but I've taken just a little bit of creative license in my introduction of you today, and that is, I'm going to start by saying this. A husband, father, grandfather, golfer, tennis player, singer, published author, entrepreneur. Even as early as this morning, one individual described our keynote speaker as just simply a pioneer. One thing that we know about our senator is that whatever endeavor that he has undertaken, he has truly been passionate. But I think the thing that he has been most passionate about, if I may take creative license again, is the opportunity to serve the youth of North Carolina. 13 years as a senator, most recently appointed as the executive director of the North Carolina Educational Cabinet, the entity that brings together all of the leaders across the state to provide opportunity, access, and success for our students. One of the things that I know as I've worked and seen Howard, Senator Lee do is that always at the focus is the success of the youth of North Carolina. Again, in keeping with the theme of our conference, looking at the title, help me welcome our keynote speaker for this morning, Senator Howard Lee.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. I am delighted to be here and consider it an honor to have the privilege of participating with those of you who are gathered in this conference. I bring you greetings from Governor Beverly Eves Perdue. Our governor is aware of your gathering here, wants you to know how supportive she is of the efforts that are being made, but more importantly, she wants those of you who are here as mentors to understand how grateful we are that you're willing to share some of your experiences, your time, your talent, and your knowledge to help young people find their way and stay on the straight and narrow. So I bring you those greetings and extend that appreciation. I'm so delighted to be associated with some of our visionary leaders who are part of the community college system, but more importantly, who are part of the community of North Carolina, the state of North Carolina. I'm just really impressed with the talent, leadership, and vision of our young, vibrant president of the community college system, Dr. Scott Rose. I'm so excited that with his leadership and his vision, our community college system is nowhere near the greatness that it will attain under his tutelage. And we owe him a great debt of gratitude for being where he is and doing what he's doing. But also want to, yeah, go ahead and clap. But I also want to recognize other young leaders who are associated with him. Monica Hickman and Van Wilson and Ms. Wanda White and Dr. Dolores Parker, all of whom are contributing to the ultimate success and the performance of our community college system, and I'm indeed grateful to them. Now, we look around the room and we see a lot of empty chairs, and I know somebody will conclude that, well, where are all the people? Well, the people who are most important are here, sitting in the chairs. You know, in 1976, I was running around the state trying to become Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, and I was in a campaign, and during those days, I couldn't find anybody of any great magnitude to attend my rallies. So I created a saying that would both not only inspire my supporters, but also give me some relief, and that was, start me with 10 who are stout-hearted women and men, and I'll soon give you 10,000 more. And that's the spirit I hope that you're gathered here, is start with what we have, because you're here, you're committed, you're most important, and I know much of what I say today will be like preaching to the choir, but even the choir every now and then needs to be injected with some spirit, and I hope that that will be the results of our time here this morning. Last night, I was out giving a speech, as I am most nights, and last night I was asked to give a speech on what was it like growing up in the South. And of course, I can talk about that because I've experienced it, and I shared with the folk, growing up in the South, I could not go in the front door of the courthouse. Growing up in the South, I could not go into City Hall. Growing up in the South, there were many institutions that were public institutions that were off limits to me. But growing up in the South, I went to a poor school where I did not have a single new textbook for the 12 years I attended. A school where I could not never sat at a new desk, but always a used desk in the classroom. A school where we did not have but one basketball that we both practiced and whatever we played games with. And I could go on with a long list of things that we did not have. But the one thing we had growing up in the South is we had dedicated teachers, committed adults